Surprise, surprise. I knew there was going to be some shenanigans when they didn't announce that Serah was going to get her LD in the last community live stream for Global Operaomnia. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Serah actually got what she should have gotten when she first got her LD in JP. She actually got an early rework to her LD weapon, making her LD weapon actually really, really good. So we're going to look at the showcase real quick, and then we're going to talk about the details on that. So as always, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. Let's take a look at this, guys, because this... I knew something was going to happen. I found it really weird that they didn't say anything during the live stream. Let's check this out so you guys know what I'm talking about. Two HP attacks, something that is not in JP. Her aura, or her buff, the buff that she has in herself, got a major change. And it's a change that's really gonna help out in a lot of future fights. It makes her very much viable and a very good option in team comps. Even though she did not get a rework in her skills, her LD really makes up for it. And again, this is something that really should have came when this first got released in JP. Even as an LD card, I feel like her LD ability is gonna be very much good. But we're gonna talk about it. This is the reason why I didn't make a video on Serah, because I had a feeling something was gonna pop up. So let's check out the details, because there were two tweets posted on this. So Serah's LD arrives to operaomnia, which will be released here in less than an hour that I'm recording this video. The Paradigm Shift combo 2-part AoE Brave plus HP attack gives her Brave based on the HP damage and the Tears of Hope buff for Party Brave regen and Stolen plus gain Brave overflow up. When the enemy has 6 plus debuffs, it raises the party's Brave and HP damage dealt. Now check this out. So this is with her LD board, and this is the effects that you get from her Tears of Hope buff that I believe in the video lasts for 16 turns. So at the wave start, 5 turns attack down and max Brave down. So that's already 2 debuffs right there, right? So the Tears of Hope effects, self Brave regen based off 50% of a max Brave. Allies Brave regen based off of 30% of their max Brave. Party overflow, stolen, and gain plus 20%. And then when the enemy party has 6 plus debuffs, Party Brave damage up 30% and Party HP damage up plus 20%. So when you look at this, for those who did not pull for Bout the Air, this is so with Bout the Air, you have to get 5 stacks to be able to share that party HP damage up that he provides, correct? But with Serah, you have to make sure that if you want to get this nice bonus, you have to have 6 plus debuffs. Now, the only thing with that is that if the bosses do cleanse, that's really going to hurt her. But with Serah in general, with her kit, she already implements a good amount of debuffs with her skills. So when you look at that, you know, if you can get around that, you know, if you really don't let that if you don't let that get in your way, like Serah is a very good viable option to have in team comps. Now let's go over to the Dissidia database, because we're going to look at her skill 1 and skill 2 so that we can get a better understanding for what she's for her list, or for her her skill list. So let's go to command abilities. Actually, no. Yeah, okay. So Moonlight, let's see, raises it. Okay, no, this is not it. Board passives. Let's see here. Da 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 da. Okay. So let's see here. I'm trying to find her exact stuff, her info real quick. Da, 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 da. Let's see here. Let's go to let's just go back to command abilities. So her wound ability already implements a few debuffs. It has the poison and a 10% max brave down. And then the moonlight, I believe, also no, it just provides some party buffs. But overall though, I mean, when you look at it with where we are at in global operaomnia, Serah could be used in a few Lufenias that are coming up. But aside from that, though, she is like another option for if you didn't pull for Balthier. But except that with Balthier, though, the difference is that with Balthier, the main thing that you're getting out of Balthier is that like party HP damage up, correct? But to get all of this right here from her Tears of Hope effects, she is actually a bit better than Balthier if you do meet those 6+ debuffs for the enemy party. Now, question is though, is I wonder if that counts for, if that is the total debuffs for all enemies on the field, or is that going to be for if it's going to be for that each enemy has to have 6+ debuffs? Because if the total amount of debuffs for all enemies on the field has to equal 6+ debuffs, then Serah will do just fine if there is more than 2 enemies on the field. If it's 3, then it's a GG. I mean, like you really ain't got to worry about that, because you're gonna be constantly getting that party brave damage up and that party HP damage up. The only thing is that, again, like the cleansing is what's really going to hurt her in the future. But there are going to be some LD calls in the future. Like the one that I can think of off the top of my head would be Ferris's LD call, which has frame debuffs on it. Especially if they can't cleanse frame debuffs, then that's gonna give you a bit of an edge in battle. But using Serah as an LD call as well, I can see her being very much used as long as the enemies are not cleansing themselves. But I mean, in this point in time, since Global does have the ability of foresight, and they are able to look at future Lufenia fights, you're able to see like, okay, are they gonna cleanse? Are they gonna do this? Are they gonna do that? It does help out in preparing for team comp, so it'll kind of give you an idea, a better idea of like, okay, Serah could work in this fight, in this fight, in this fight, or I could bring Serah, but I would have to plan out my attacks. But I mean, with the amount of uses of Serah that Serah does have, I don't really think it'll be an issue. But yeah, this really does change up a lot on her. This is something that should have came to JP Operaomnia, but it seems like they are kind of. I think they knew that they messed up with their release of Serah and how they released her in JP Operaomnia, and they knew that it was not correctly planned out, and now they are trying to make it up on Global. So most likely JP will probably see this very much soon. I don't know if maybe they might give her something a little bit better, because since she is a candidate to getting a BT plus, a burst weapon, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah. Because she's in 13-2, so yeah, she should be a candidate for a burst weapon. So the effects from the Tears of Hope might be better in JP whenever that actually does happen. But we'll have to see. But this is great for Global. This is definitely this really changes up the game with Serah now. I feel like I think some people might actually reconsider pulling for her LD weapon, and maybe some people might just hold off and maybe check out maybe wait for gameplay to be uploaded for people to decide whether or not to pull for Serah. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if this changes your perspective on Serah, and if you are going to be pulling for her LD weapon now, or if you're just gonna hold off, or just let me know what plans you got going on now. But other than that though, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next video.